my name is Amy DeHeld and I'm the Director of What's Next Counseling. I often get a lot of questions on how do I get my license back after I received a DUI. There's a lot of questions and I'm here today to tell you what are the steps to get my license back. Okay, so the first step to getting your license back is you're going to need to install ignition interlock. It is a requirement for a VAC above a .15 for your first DUI or a refusal and a second DUI or more. So ignition interlock, there are 4 different providers for ignition interlock. First is Smart Start, second is Lifesaver, third is Intoxilock, and the 4th is Guardian. All 4 providers have several metro area locations and they often offer several discounts such as first month's free or free installs. If you mention What's Next Counseling, you can get a discount for What's Next Counseling at Smart Start. As far as prices, they range usually anywhere from $70 to $100, just depending on the provider. Definitely do your research, and it is a competitive market. So you'll need to get your interlock installed in order for you to get your license back. So that will be the first step. So now that we've completed step 1 of getting our interlock installed, the next step that we'll need to do is get our SR22. An SR22 is an insurance for high-risk drivers. It does not matter what car you drive, however, the insurance rate will depend on your driving record. You can contact your insurance company and ask for an SR22. Be aware that some insurance companies don't accept an SR22, and so you'll need to make sure that you find a provider that will allow you to do SR22s. Best way to do it is contact an insurance broker. Insurance Stop is a great option. They will be able to find, they're very DUI friendly. So next thing you need to do is contact them. They will send your SR22 over to the DMV directly, so there's no need for paperwork on your end. So now that we've completed steps 1 of getting our interlock installed, step 2 of getting our SR22, we're now going to do steps 3, 4, and 5 all together. Step 3 is printing off these 3 forms, which can be found on DMV's website. Step 3, is the DR 2058. This document is the interlock affidavit form. This document you will print off, and it does need to make sure that it is notarized. This is going to be someone who has to have the interlock device in their car, again with a VAC above a .15 or higher, second offense or more, or a refusal. The next one is the DR 2643. This document is the affidavit of enrollment. This is a document that you will get from your treatment provider, such as ourselves, What's Next Counseling. This essentially says that you are enrolled in classes and attending them weekly, and that you will complete the level 2 education and level 2 therapy program, and a date that you will complete those classes by. Again, that form needs to be printed off and given to you by your treatment facility. DR 2870 is the application for reinstatement. This form you will fill out, and at that time you will also pay your $95 fee. All 3 forms will be then uploaded to mydmv.colorado.gov. That is one way you can scan them and upload them and pay the $95 all online. If you don't have access to a scanner or a printer, you can always take them down to the DMV at the Pierce location in Lakewood. You will then turn in all 3 forms and pay your $95 fee at the Pierce location in Lakewood, but these 3 steps can all be done in one setting. So now that we've completed almost all the steps of getting our license back, the last step is to take the written test and the driving test. Now again, this is not going to be something that's going to be required for everybody, so you'll need to contact the DMV to find out whether or not this is something that you will have to do. If you have to take the written and the driving test, you can take the written test down at any DMV location once you have fully completed all the steps and you are eligible for reinstatement. You'll go down to the DMV, you'll take a written test, and then at that point you'll need to take the driving test. The driving test can be scheduled through the DMV. It is often several weeks out, so sometimes it's a good option to go ahead and go to any DMV's driving school right next to the DMV and do a walk-in appointment and get a driving test at that time. Then walk back over to the DMV and actually get your driving license. It will be restricted, and at the back of the driver's license it will say interlock only. So do make sure that if you are doing this in advance that you call the DMV to schedule an appointment to take your driving test. Usually this is a 12-month revocation that is required to take written and driving, and that's usually a multiple offense, refusal, or high VAC for a first DUI. So again, once we've completed both the written and the driving, we will then have our ignition interlock in our car and have our driver's license. I know it can be overwhelming to have to do all of these steps. It can be super simple. Hopefully with the help of my video, you are able to help get your license back. If at any time you have any questions in getting this license back or going through any of this process, please don't hesitate to call our agency. We would be happy to help you and answer any questions that you may have. Good luck and have a wonderful day.